Yo, what is up guys? It's your boy Rolando from Trolly TCG, and today, just like the Kaiba and Yugi deck profile, this is some spoilers. We are using, we are showcasing, I should say, Aigami's deck profile using the cubics. Now, this is not the meta format that I would play this deck in particular. These are just some cards that were actually showcased from the movie, and now some of these were not showcased, but of course, as the antagonist has to do, he has to just have blowout cards and draw everything so perfectly. So this is majority of the cards that were shown from Aigami using the cubics. Again, this is not the way that I particularly would play this deck. This is just Aigami's deck profile from the movie. And these three cards down here are like the three things I would say should be played in the deck, maybe for fun to speed it up, because I personally trying to play this deck just to see what it's like compared to everything else. It's very slow. And bricks, you can build so many houses with all the bricks that you'll draw from this deck. So I'm just going to get through it just to show you guys all the cards that were used from the movie, or, you know, for the most part for the deck for Aigami. So we have the Crimson Nova, the Dark Cubic Lord, Duza, the Meteor Cubic Vessel, Endora, Doomvolt, the Cubic Emperor. Then we have 2 Buster Gundle, the Cubic Behemoth, 2 Vulcan Dragny, the Cubic King, 2 Blade Garuda, the Cubic Beast, 2 Guerra Guile, the Cubic King, 2 Dark Garnex, the Cubic Beast, and then 3 Vijam, the Cubic Seed, triple Cubic Wave, triple Cubic Karma, 3 Unification of the Cubic Lords, triple Cubic Rebirth, triple Cubic Mandala, and then of course these are 3 cards I would personally use in the deck if you were trying to use, you know, just for the sake of trying to speed the deck up. Reasoning, Monster Gate, and 1-for-1. And then you have the Crimson Nova Trinity, the Dark Cubic Lord. So with this deck, just super quick and easy, because mostly 3s of everything that was used in the movie. He didn't really use anything else that was out of the archetype of the cubics. But in my opinion, what I just want to recommend to anyone who's actually maybe perhaps interested in playing these cards, the deck is like 17 cents for each of these cards. So it's super cheap. I just want to say one thing for sure is you need to be able to get the summon off with Duza, the Meteor Cubic Vessel, and you have to get Vijam out. Cubic Karma, when it's sent to the graveyard off of Duja, it's a really good searcher. And then Cubic Combination, when it's in the grave, or if you sent it off of Duja as well, and a monster on your side of the field is destroyed, you can special summon a Cubic from your deck, ignoring its summoning conditions. So I'm not sure if it actually says ignore summoning conditions, but it's kind of, yeah, okay, so ignoring its summoning conditions, which is really good. These 3 cards and Duza are going to be the cards that speed up the deck, just saying. Otherwise, everything else is kind of brick, because you have to have a Cubic on field already in order to summon them. And this card is just kind of just garbage. If you play 3 of this and you open it up, it's going to be really bad. But I'm just saying, you know, the Cubic Karma and the Cubic Unification of the Cubic Lords and Duza are the best cards in the deck, in my opinion. One thing you could probably definitely do would be the Foolish Burial for spells, which would be Foolish Burial with Belongings. You can send 1 spell or trap card from your deck to your graveyard. I would definitely use this card in a more meta deck for this archetype to send Cubic Karma or Cubic Combination in order to get more plays going from there. And then of course Monster Gate, Reasoning, and 1-for-1. 1-for-1 gets you Vijam. Monster Gate only lets you summon monsters that can be normal summoned or set, which basically will only let you, so once you activate this card, I know it's at 1, but once you activate this card, it's gonna mill your entire deck until you get to Duza or Vijam, which is kind of what you want, because those are the only ones you want on field, and then that'll mill all of your Cubic Karmas and combinations to the grave anyways. And then same thing with Reasoning. Basically, as long as they don't call a 4 or a 1, you basically got it. So that's just my opinions on this deck. Of course, this is the profile that was used mainly from the movie from Aigami, and that's just my thoughts on what you could do if you wanted to play it a little bit more competitively, being that every card in this deck is basically like 17 cents or less from the movie packs. So yeah, make sure you guys go check out the Kaiba deck profile and the Yugi deck profile. I know that in my opinion, it was basically as close as you could possibly get it to the movie, because I just used similar ratios, or what they would have used, being that all the new Blue Eye support is out. So yeah, make sure you guys go check them out. Rolando from Trolly TCG signing off.